Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's Stacy here again, guys. Welcome to another episode of our makeup tutorial. So right here, guys, I have my amazing client. Okay, so today, guys, we are going to be doing a photo shoot. All right, she's a client and she's also my friend. So guys, what I'm doing right now, I'm just wiping her face, and next step, guys, I'm going to be applying a face primer to prime our face and all that, to prepare the face, to get the face ready for the foundation. Okay guys, so the next step, guys, I'm going to be applying another mattifier primer. Okay, the next we are going to be using a face corrector before we move to the foundation. Okay guys, so here is my mattifier face primer, guys. So when I'm done applying it, as you can see, guys, I'm applying a face corrector. Okay, this face corrector is from LA Girl. It's really nice because my client, she has spots and all that on her face, so I just decided to use it to kind of cover it up before I apply my foundation. So guys, for this tutorial, the foundation I'm using is from V Beauty. Okay, so I used to shade, I kind of mix it together to arrive at a shade. Okay guys, so that is it. You know how it is, guys. You know how the thing goes. You have to blend until you have a perfect blending. Okay, so the next step, guys, I'm going to be using a concealer to conceal under eyes and nose, all the areas that I will be baking later. Okay, so the concealer I'm using, guys, I actually used LA Girl, okay, in the shade creamy beige. Then I'm going to go in again to use a Northbound Beauty, okay, concealer. As you can see, is number I'm actually using right now to kind of darken the all around the part that I conceal earlier with the LA creamy beige. Okay, so the next step, guys, I'm going to be blending. Once I'm done with this, guys, so I'm going to be using a liquid contour. Okay, it's also from Norban. Okay, Norban in my skin concealer. So I'm going to be using their concealer. Sorry, I'm going to be using the number liquid contour. So when I'm done with that, then I'm going to go in with the dry contour, then move over to blush. Okay guys, all right, so guys, stay tuned. I will see you all later. So far, as you can see, I'm done uh applying the liquid contour. So what I'm just doing is actually blending in with I'm using a beauty blender to blend in all the liquid contour. Okay, so the next step, guys, I'm going to be using the same liquid contour, okay, to snatch her nose. As you can see, guys, my client she has a very sexy nose, so we just wanted to give it a little bit of touch, okay, to make it how do I say it, guys? How do I say it? Because I know that this my client is going to watch this video. In fact, so this my client has the most sexiest nose in this world. All right, so that is it. As you can see, we just tried to kind of use the liquid contour to make the nose more snatched, because our nose is already snatched. All right guys, so as you can see, guys, we are just using our powder, okay, to do the baking. All right guys, so I'm just using my powder to do the baking. Then once I'm done doing the baking, don't forget, guys, you can see the part that I'm baking now is actually the part I used that creamy beige and Norban concealer on earlier. Okay, so don't forget. And guys, anytime you finish using your foundation or you finish using your concealer, so before you bake, I don't know, it works for me. I usually go in with a beauty blender to kind of dab that place again before applying the powder, because I've noticed something, guys. If I don't do it like that, like kind of dab it in with a beauty blender before applying the powder, the place is you find out that you have crack all over that part that you didn't pressing the foundation properly, or because the place is kind of oily or something, because it's not dried. So you find out that you have a crack foundation, especially under the eye. So it's not everyone that usually use uh BU blender. People actually use, a lot of makeup artists, they use brush. It all depends on what works for you, okay? But for me, BU blender does the work better for me. So it's actually what works for you guys. So it's not because I'm using a BU blender then you have to use a BU blender. Going with what works for you, all right? So the next step, guys, I'm actually using dry contour, okay, to also snatch to the nose all over again. And now I'm using my powder to do the finishing touching, okay guys. So I'm just using the powder to blend all over our face. Then the next step, I'm going to be applying my blush, okay. So guys, this blush palette is called Girls Night Out. I love this blush palette, guys. It's really nice. It has 4 shades, okay. So guys, as you can see, I'm using the spoolie to brush her brows. Actually, I'm using a brow tamer, okay, to kind of tame the brow before filling in the brows. All right guys, so next step, as you can see, I'm using a pencil, a brow pencil, to draw the lines. Guys, the pencil I'm using is from Davies, and the pencil, guys, is in shade 18. All right guys, so the next step, once I'm done with the brows, so I'm just going to go in with a concealer to define the brows. All right, so guys, at this point the video wasn't really clear anymore. We didn't really check where she was sitting down, okay, because the sun was just entering the video, of which I didn't even remember to check it. I was just busy, and I went there with my baby and my client. She also has a newborn, so it was not really easy for us. So we just wanted to just do the makeup and be done with it. As you can see guys, the sun didn't really do a good job for me, okay. You can see that the client's face is not that obvious because of the sun. She was supposed to actually change position, but because we're just after the makeup, wanted it to be done with and all that. So I hope you guys will pardon me, and I hope you guys understand. That's one thing with when you go to client houses to do your makeup. So if it was a studio, for example, if I have a studio and my clients usually come to my house or come to my studio for their makeover, then you know that for sure I will be having a perfect video. But most of the times, when you go to clients' houses, it all depends. Sometimes there's no good lighting. Even with your ring light, you still don't get that good lighting. Even when you have the good lighting, sometimes the spots that you're just going to sit down, you find out that the spot ruined your video, okay. So I just hope you guys will understand, and I don't really know, but it's okay guys. Let me not just I don't know how to say it, but it's fine guys. So I hope you guys will still be able to see the makeup and learn one or two things from it, okay. All right, that's it guys. So as you can see guys, I'm done with a shadow. I used 3 colors, okay. For a shadow, I used the coat color, I used brown, and I went in with a little bit of black, okay, to do the outer corner of the eyeshadow. All right guys, so as you can see guys, she has her first lashes on already. Then I'm just going to go in with a silver glinter, okay. So I'm just going to add the silver glinter on top of her eyeshadow. I'm just going to give it a little bit like a cut crease there, okay, just to give it a little bit of touch, okay, since she was actually wearing a gold eyeshadow. So I decided to just add that silver liner glitter. I don't know if that makes sense guys. So I added that one, and it actually gave the eye a different look. So as you can see guys, I'm using highlighter, okay. So the next step guys is going to be the lips. All right guys, thanks for watching to this extent guys. I will see you all later.
them board. Welcome to Stacy's Sparkles. Welcome to Stacy's Sparkles. Welcome to Stacy's Sparkles. Welcome to Stacy's Sparkles. Tell them board.